Hi, welcome back. I'm attorney Allison Cohen from Cohen Law Services and the host of Legalese. You're listening to News Radio 580 AM, 94.9 FM, Worcester's news, weather, and traffic station. So glad you tuned in this Saturday morning. We're having the most fantastic show, and I can say that because I've been doing them for 5.5 years, and I can tell you that this is one of the best shows we've had, partly because we have such knowledgeable guests, such great advocates, and people that are living with passion. Scott, when we look at what the Autism Society has been doing for 50 years, and your vision of how you see families and individuals living together with autism, what's the one lesson that you can espouse to our listeners before the program ends today?
I'll do it quickly. You know, when my son was diagnosed in 1997 versus today, there's so much more in options. And we're in a world that options are becoming more and more. So the first thing we tell parents is, you know, the child who's diagnosed today will have so many more opportunities. And as much as we sometimes say we find faults in schools and all that, I tell the story when my son was first diagnosed. I lived in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, 170,000 students in the schools. They didn't have one special ed teacher fully versed in autism speaks. When we left, they had 7. And that was 10 years ago. You're seeing a lot more resources. You're seeing a society that's going to adapt. Everyone today knows someone with autism. Right. It's in your family, it's your neighbor, it's your employer, it's your school, your kid's friend, it's the next door neighbor. The last thing I want to say is that, you know, it's still a long way to go, but even in the 8 years I've been the CEO, I've seen so much changes. I've seen people really working on this thing, so I think the future is positive. And I want to, if you look at where we need to go with employment, we got those employees.
I love that, Scott. That's right up my alley. So I mean, you know, I'm your gal to help with that one. Yes.
And everyone wants to work at home. Yeah, you know, we got everything. Right. We could fill those jobs, and we could be real good. And people are starting to say, fill those jobs. So, as much as we complain sometimes, there's a lot of positives coming up.
Scott, give us your organization's information. How can people get in contact?
Well, the best way to get in touch with us is become a friend on Facebook. It's Autism Society of America. Go to our website, www.autismsociety.org. Look up your local affiliate. In some communities we're not there yet, but if you're interested in setting up an affiliate, we have 91 affiliates. Get involved, because part of the solution is you are the experts. All your listeners out there are the experts. I'm not. They live it. I live it too, but they know how it works in Massachusetts. They could help solve the problems. Get involved. If it's not with us, get involved with Autism Speaks. Get involved with Autism Self-Advocacy Network. Just get involved.
I love that, Scott. Okay, so Russell, you've reached over 15 million people in countries across the world to spread a message of hope that people with autism can live a productive life. To wrap up this part of the show, I want to ask you, how will you continue your path to provide support and inspiration to others?
Just by continuing to conquer the daily challenges that are presented to me. I think you know, these challenges, these obstacles that are in my path will always be a significant part of my life. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, OCD. I had a battle with anorexia a few years ago. So every day is a struggle. Every day is a fight. And, you know, I get tired, I get exhausted. I don't always want to fight, but I fight because I'm capable of fighting. And I want to really nail that, you know, make that statement that you're capable, everybody's capable of fighting. So you're given that capability. Use it.
Dig down deep, right?
Yeah, dig down deep. So, you know, I almost never want to fight anymore. Yeah, it's been 26 years. I'm tired of it, but I'm capable. So I still do it because I'm not going to miss out on that opportunity. So just by, you know, continuing to share my ever-evolving story, you know, on a daily basis, and to overcome everything that's put in front of me and my resolve to take it head on, I think I really just can inspire not just people with autism, not just people with disabilities, but the whole general population to really take life by the horns and to really fulfill your potential and achieve what you've always dreamed of achieving.
So if people want to get in touch with you, Russell, where do they go?
I have all my information on my website, theautisticpoet.com, and my Instagram's on there, my Facebook, my Twitter, speeches, photos, video, motivational videos, my background, my speech schedule. So yeah, you can find everything about me at theautisticpoet.com.
I love it, Russell. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
It has been a privilege. All right, so Julie, you know, you're local, so you're going to have to come back again, or maybe do another call-in show, because it's been such a great privilege for me to be able to speak with you once on the phone and once you've come up here in studios. And so I want to thank you for the work that you're doing, and just ask you a little bit more, if you could just say, in sum up, what would you leave the listening audience with regard to your work and your father's work with respect to autism?
With respect to autism, it's that we have a science that can help, and that we need to work together, as everybody says, and that parents are a very potent resource. When they are involved and they email congressmen and so forth, they can make a huge amount of change. My wish for the world is to behavioralize it so that when we deal with each other, instead of using punitive techniques, we look for ways to build behavior using positive methods. And one of the things that the B.F. Skinner Foundation does is it has all of many of B.F. Skinner's works, and the foundation will give any of the books that we publish for 99 cents in a PDF form.
I love it.
So you can get any of these things, and actually his best introductory book, Science and Human Behavior, is free. You can download it free, PDF form. And so we really do wish to spread the science and have everybody learn as much as they can, and particularly with the autism community, so that you can go and see what Skinner actually said, because there are a lot of misconceptions about what he said. But the facts are there on our website,
Which is
www.bfskinner.org.
I appreciate it, Julie. All right, folks, in the last minute, I just want to give a couple of thank yous. First of all, to Naseem Audi from Autism Behavioral Services, who has arranged really the wonderful people coming here today on my show. V Versatile Meadows. He is a rapper. He is an artist. He is an amazing human being. I've interviewed him. He won $50,000, in fact, from Indie.com for the Autism Society of America. He helped organize everything. We have Arima Arani. She's been filming this whole show for a documentary that will be screened at the Cannes Film Festival next year. And then my very dear friends, Stacy Levine Lavely and Jagger Lavely, who to me will always be my heart, and have started what I feel like is this movement from awareness to acceptance. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Legalese, Attorney Allison Cohen. We'll see you all next week.